Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to Low Carb Recipe Ideas. Today we're going to make low carb lemon delight cheesecake, and I'm sure you're really going to enjoy it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get our Jello and get it partially set, so we'll get started. So what I've done is I've purchased Jello, and it's diet Jello. It doesn't have any carbs in it. Unfortunately, it does have aspartame, but one of these days I'm sure they'll start making them the proper way. So I have the one package, and we're going to put it in a bowl, and then I've already boiled my water, so I have a cup of boiling water. So I'm going to stir this until it totally dissolves, and then I will be putting it in the fridge. And we're going to leave it in the fridge for approximately 25 minutes. Now we want it just to be starting to get thick, a bit of a gel, but we don't want it to get too solid, so we need it still quite runny. So I will be back with you once I've had it in the fridge for approximately 25 minutes, and we will go from there. So the next step we're going to do is making the crust for our lemon delight cheesecake. So the first thing I'm going to do is xylitol is very granule, and I find sometimes it doesn't dissolve the greatest, so I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of xylitol into my little Ninja blender here, and I'm just going to mix it, process it so it turns into a powder. Okay, so we've got all it into a powder. And I'm just going to put it into my bowl. And now I'm going to make an almond crust. So I need about a cup and a half of almonds. So I'm going to use just a cup and a third because I find I get extra almonds when I grind them up. So it should equal out to a cup and a half. That should do the trick. Now you don't want to grind the almonds up for too long, because then you end up having almond butter, and you don't want that. So be very careful. It didn't take me very long for that to do that. So now I'm going to take my cup and a half of almond meal. Now I buy my almonds in at Food Basics, or sorry, not at Food Basics. I buy my almonds at Bulk Barn. I find they're usually the best price, and they're always really nice and fresh. So I'm just going to mix this all up. So that my sugar is distributed. And then I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of soft butter. I have a little almond here that hasn't been grounded. It came out of the lid when I opened it up. So a quarter cup of soft butter. Now I just left mine sitting out on the counter so that it would soften up for me. So we're just going to mix this all up. There we go. We've got it all mixed nice. Now we're going to take a 9x13 pan, and we're going to put our crust in the pan. And then we will press it out on the bottom. So I'm just going to use my hands here and move it around. There we go. We've got it all pressed in, and it works quite well using the spatula to press it down. Now when you first start doing it, it kind of goes into little pieces all over, but you just have to work with it a little bit to make it go together. So the next thing we're going to do is turn the oven on at 325, and we're going to put it in the middle rack for 10 minutes. So we will do that, and then I'll go to the next. So now we're going to make the filling for our lemon delight cheesecake. So we have a package of cream cheese, and you're better off getting the regular cream cheese because it has less carbs in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my mixer, and I'm going to mix this up. It's soft right now. I'm going to mix it up to make it kind of fluffy. I'm going to put in 3/4 cups of xylitol. And I think I better just slow down for a minute or I'm going to have it fluffing all over the place. Just kind of move it around a little bit so I don't make a mess. Now I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice that I squeezed. Now you don't have to use fresh, but fresh is nicer. And I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, which is just the peelings off of the lemon itself. So we'll put that in there and then we will mix this all together. Teaspoon of vanilla. So my Jello's been in there just over 25 minutes, and you have to be really careful because it doesn't take long for it to get too thick. So now we're just going to pour it into the mixture, the cream cheese. We're going to fold it in. So we'll fold it all in. This dessert is very, very good. It is very reasonable on the carbs. I'm sure you're really going to enjoy this. So the next thing we need is we need to have 4 cups of Cool Whip. Now, the Cool Whip I'm using was in the freezer. It's the frozen kind. You let it thaw, and then we're going to add it to the mixture, and 4 cups is this whole container. So we'll put it all in. And we will fold it in just like the Jello. So my crust is all done. My filling is all folded in, ready to go for our delightful lemon cheesecake. So we're going to put it into the dish. Now the nice thing is, it is a big dish of dessert. You can freeze it, and it's still lovely. It freezes very, very well. So you can just move it around, make it equal, put it in the fridge, keep it nice and cool. It'll set. And you can take a little bit of lemon zest if you'd like, and sprinkle it on top just to give it a little color with the yellow, like the rinds of the lemon. And you can play a little around, make it look a little nicer than what I'm doing, but that's basically it. So I hope that you can try it. It would be awesome to get some comments from you if you go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com and check out my other recipes that I have on the site, and put some comments in on this and tell me what you think. It's absolutely delicious, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So you take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.